Look, guys, it's not my fault Coach Harris never talks about the offensive line. You know all he wants to do is talk about the defense.
Man. You don't want to get that. I quit.
Okay, Coach, Windsor Forest Knights came to town last Friday night, 50-0 victory. Your thoughts on the game?
Anybody that was there could tell you it was a very strange game. We warmed up, I think, 3 different times, and they were delayed on the interstate. There was a traffic accident there around McIntosh where the road's already bad, and we didn't kick off till about 2 or 3 minutes before 9 o'clock after we were supposed to at 7:30. So didn't know what would happen. The coach and I from Windsor Forest were talking about it before the game, and he was very concerned about how his kids would handle it. I was concerned about how our kids would handle it, and but in the grand scheme of things, I think ours handled it a little better than his did.
Yeah, and we had a conversation last week about the off week and working out some kinks from the Miami Central game. How did that go for you before the game?
Well, we didn't fix them all, no question. But I thought we came out and we were playing very well early in the game, and it was 42-0. I think with a couple minutes into the second quarter. I told our kids at halftime that after all the delay and everything, they had started real well, and we played very well early. In the second quarter, we had a little lull there, and it's hard not to. I think myself and the other coaches and the players, even the people in the stands, everybody kind of relaxed a little bit there and said, well, it's almost 10:30 and it's the second quarter and we're ahead 42-0, and we didn't finish the half real well, but we came out in the second half and our young kids got to play a lot and wound up scoring one more time. So all in all, I thought it was a pretty good success for us.
And one of the positive outcomes of nothing going according to schedule Friday night is the rec league kids got a lot more attention when they ran through the banner, and I know that was a big night for them.
It was a great night, and being delayed and having all those little rec league kids on the field created some different set of problems for us. And they always come through the tunnel and then they sit on the side and watch us in pregame warm-ups. Well, we wasn't warming up, so they were just sitting there, and you put a lot of 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kids sitting around not doing anything for any period of time. That can be a little frantic. So that's why we came out and warmed up early so they could be involved in that. And then they ran through the sign, and we were able to split it up into different age groups this year. So we had our 6 and 7, or I guess our flag first, and then 7 and 8, and then the 9 and 10, then the 11 and 12, and then our cheerleaders that were rec league cheerleaders came out there and did it as well. So yeah, that was a great way of doing it, and they did get a lot more attention.
And we come out of the Windsor Forest game, as far as injuries are concerned,
we're in good shape. We're again, you start getting this time of the season, you're going to have some kids with some bumps and bruises and those type of things. But we're hopeful we'll get Quan back on Friday, and other than that, we're in pretty good shape.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages to talk a little bit about next week's opponent, the Bradwell Institute Tigers.
Remember when sleek, finely crafted performance sedans were just for rich guys with money to burn? Well, those days are officially over. Presenting Kizashi from Suzuki. Class-leading standard horsepower and available all-wheel drive at a price everyone can appreciate.
And this Friday night, Coach, we go on the road and to Hinesville, which is never a good place to go on the road, and talk a little bit about the Bradwell Institute Tigers.
Well, you're right. It's first road trip of the year. First time we're playing on grass, this year. A lot of firsts there, and I did a little research, and I told our kids in practice that since I've been here, we played Bradwell, I guess, 10 times, and the average margin of victory when we play them here is 41-9. When we play them at Bradwell, the average margin of victory is 23-8. Including two-point wins, a 22-20 win one year where we stopped a 2-point conversion, and a 14-12 win one year where we stopped another 2-point conversion. So, we know that when we go up there, one, their crowd will be into it. Two, their kids are going to play a lot harder than they have. They're going to be physical. They're going to be fast. Coach Walsh will have some surprise for us. The referees will probably have several surprises for us, and we know we got our hands full when we go up there.
And I would think that this was a perfect scenario for a trap game because you got St. Thomas Aquinas the week after, looking forward. And I know the coaching staff's done everything they could to try to limit any of that.
Well, when you said trap game, it reminds me, the coach at Colquitt County over there this year, they were getting ready to play South Panola, and, they had to play, I think, Fitzgerald or
Cook County.
Cook County, that's right. They were playing Cook County the first game, and he and I were talking that week about the 25-second clock, but he used those exact words. He goes, I'm worried about this one. He said, this is almost one of those trap games. He said, our kids are looking ahead to South Panola, and he said that's a concern for me. And, we've talked about it with our kids, and, they are excited about what happens the next week, as are our coaches and our fans, and people are up here buying tickets this week. But we spoke with them after the game the other night that we've got to take care of business this week. This is a region game. It's more important than the St. Thomas game. It's a region game, a road game, and honestly, I'm hoping that going on the road might help us a little bit because it's something different for us, and that might be the thing we need for our focus right now. So we hope that it's not a trap game, and I hope our kids are smart enough to understand what's at stake, and we have been preaching that to them. You can rest assured of that.
All right, folks, we'll be back next week with the highlights of the Camden County Wildcats and the Bradwell Institute Tigers. And don't forget the Coach's Corner on Camden TV today.